Hey guys, LevelCap here. Today is Monday, which means it's time for an episode of Loadout, the series where you guys, the viewers, get to pick a gun and customization for me to use. The way you do this is you leave a comment down below letting me know what kind of weapon and attachments you'd like me to equip, and I will pick one of the top rated comments for the next episode. Today's top comment comes from Cyborg Rad. He says, "Hi Level, try this class out. The Last of Us Joel class. Remington 870 with no attachments, 44 Magnum, either with scope, so it's like the El Diablo, or just the iron sights. Medic class so that you can heal yourself like Joel does with his med kits. Have fun slaying the infected if you choose this class level. Oh, and avoid getting infected yourself. We don't want a zombified level cap. P.S. Watch out for the chickens, they're a nightmare." Now, I'll admit I haven't played The Last of Us yet. I have watched a bunch of playthroughs. I'm not really sure what the chicken comment refers to. Does that mean that chickens are infected, so if they bite you or peck you that you get infected also? Somebody will have to let me know in the comments what the deal with that is. Now, as far as this loadout goes, I'm actually liking it. We got the Remington for close quarters, the 870 that is, and then we got the Magnum for long range. And you'll see later when I'm playing on Karg, I'm making great use of both weapons, switching it up between close quarters and long range. I am playing No Shark Canals here because I just wanted nothing but close quarter mayhem, and the 870 is perfect for that. An interesting little fact about the 870 is that it is actually, in real life, the best-selling shotgun in the world. So it's literally the most popular shotgun in the world. I know in video games we all get excited when something different comes along, like the Spaz 12, something that adds a little bit of style to the action, because I think pretty much all video games have some form of like an 870 in them, at least modern video games do. And we're also used to seeing this shotgun that we get excited when we see the other ones, but there's no denying the fact that the 870 is an incredibly reliable and powerful weapon, and there's a reason why it exists in most video games. Now, not a lot of people know this about shotguns, but when you aim down sights in-game, you will actually shoot more on target. The actual spread of the pellets is going to be the same as it was before, but the direction at which it goes is going to be slightly more precise. So if you really want to aim for the head and you really want to make sure your spread lands in the right spot, you can aim down sights. However, for the most part, hipfire works perfectly. I would say anywhere between 0 to 5 meters. You will notice on occasions I do aim down sights with this shotgun just to make sure I get a little bit better accuracy, and it's usually when I'm shooting at further range targets that I don't think are too far away to switch it up to the Magnum. Now that I'm playing on Karg Island here, you'll notice that the Magnum is going to pop out a lot more because we're going to see a lot more mid-range situations. If you have been watching my channel for a while, you'll know that I'm a pretty strict believer in using weapons at what they're good for. So shotguns, close range, Magnum, long range, and using combinations of weapons that make sense together. Using a shotgun and an auto pistol doesn't make a lot of sense to me because you've just equipped yourself with two close quarter weapons. If you can give yourself the variety of having a long range pistol and a close range shotgun, then I'd say you've better balanced your class, and that's why I'm really enjoying this right now. I go on some absolute monster kill streaks this round. I think I get an 18 kill streak with the 870 and Magnum. Now, why pick the 870 over, say, a Spaz 12? They're both pump action shotguns. They both seem to be able to drop somebody in one shot in close quarters. There doesn't seem to be a huge difference between the two weapons. I would say the biggest difference for me personally is the actual accuracy of the cone of pellets from the Spaz 12 versus the 870. The Spaz 12 shoots a slightly more accurate cone of pellets at 2.5 degrees spread, while the 870 shoots slightly less accurate at 3 degree spread. However, the Spaz 12 shoots 11 pellets while the 870 shoots 12 pellets. So there's a little bit of trade-off in accuracy, but then again you get more pellets with the 870. The rate of fire is slightly different, being a little bit slower with the 870, clocking in at about 125 rounds per minute, while the Spaz can shoot at 150, so you can definitely follow up your shots with the Spaz 12 quicker. Ideally, with pump action shotguns, you want to down your opponent within the first shot. If they're a good player, chances are they'll be able to kill you before you can get that second shot off. So it really is about being accurate and close enough with that first shot. Now, if you're not interested in analyzing the heck out of all the shotgun numbers, just think of it this way. 870 is going to be a lot better for extreme close quarters as long as you're accurate with your initial shot. The Spaz 12 is going to be a little bit more forgiving for medium range engagements, and you're going to be able to follow up with a second round faster if you miss your first shot. So both weapons have a few pros and cons here. Ultimately, I'm not really sure which one I like the best. The 870 certainly is a lot of fun in close quarters just because of the sheer damage it can do when you're just right in somebody's face. I think one of the unfortunate things about shotguns in Battlefield 3 is that there just aren't enough maps to really take advantage of them completely. No Shower Canals is one, Karg can be worked, and these are team deathmatch maps. On Rush you run into a lot of long range scenarios where you're just going to have a really hard time running the pump actions. I'm not saying it can't be done, it can, but you know, for players trying to find the best weapons to use for each situations, pump action shotguns rarely make it to the top of the list. Hopefully there'll be a better place for them maybe in the upcoming Battlefield games. It really comes down to map design, because you don't want to make a pump action shotgun awesome at long range combat. You want to make sure it's good at what it does. You just need more environments to facilitate this kind of gameplay. Now the 44 Magnum, without question, is the best pistol in this game for long range killing. It does a maximum damage of 60 in close range. Its drop off starts at 12 meters and it ends up at 30 damage all the way out at 50 meters. This means that you can still damage people really significantly even further away. The most amount of shots you're going to need to down somebody with the Magnum is 4, which seems like a lot, but then again that's also at extreme long ranges. Now a good rule of thumb for most guns is just aim for the head, but especially with the Magnum because of that massive head damage bonus that you get with it, and you will be able to down your opponents in one shot in close quarters. And I gotta say, there are few things as rewarding as that close range Magnum headshot in Battlefield 3. Somebody's got 100% health, they come running around a corner and get shot in the head with the 44 Magnum and they're dead instantly. Now if you like that kind of risky gameplay, going for the close quarter headshot with the Magnum, if you hit your shot you kill them, if you miss your shot they usually have enough time to react and kill you. I would say go for the MP412 Rex if you're going for the close quarter engagements. The Magnum is awesome for those long range shots, but the Rex actually fires faster than the Magnum. The Magnum has a 160 round per minute rate of fire, making it the slowest firing pistol in the game, and the Rex fires at 255 rounds per minute, which is actually pretty darn fast. So you can get those headshots. If you miss your first one in close quarters, the Rex is a little bit more forgiving. It is, of course, designed for those close quarter crazy kills, so it's a lot of fun to play with, but it's not an extremely versatile gun. As far as this loadout goes, I love it. I think it's a great combination of weapons. I would love to play The Last of Us and try it out there. Might get one of the new consoles pretty soon. Not sure which one to get. Everybody seems to be voting for the PlayStation 4 because Microsoft was kind of being douchebags about the Xbox settings and all that kind of stuff. But we'll see how it plays out, and when it gets closer to the launch. There's going to be a lot of awesome console games. Enough to the point to make a PC gamer turn their head, because I've been a PC gamer for a long time, haven't played console for a while. I don't think I've owned a console since I was playing the original Halo on Xbox. So it takes a lot for me to look back at consoles, but there's been so many cool titles coming out recently, I'm probably going to have to pick up one of the new ones. So anyway, that pretty much wraps it up for this episode of Loadout. Don't forget to tell me in the comments what the whole chicken thing is about in The Last of Us. I'm assuming it has to do with infection and that sort of thing, but I am kind of curious now because I am sort of fascinated by that game. It looks like they do a really good job of telling the story. Also, don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section letting me know what kind of loadout you'd like me to run with for next week's episode. And I'll see you guys next time. This is LevelCap, signing off.